Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo, this is the Mundane Matt channel, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 has had a week, right? It's been up, it's been down, it's been emotional, it's been drama-filled, it's been crazy, and the game itself just hit worldwide launch today. So man, woo! Anyway, I want to address, first off, I want to address a statement that I made the other day in my video about the loot crate system of it and calling it optional. I was technically wrong in my original assessment by saying that it's optional. The loot crate system is not optional. You have to do it really in order to get some cards. So there is that. What I was referring to was the purchasing of the loot crates, or the crystals to get the loot crates as a form of microtransactions. That in and of itself is optional, and I have played a lot of the game so far, and I have been able to unlock a lot of stuff. The biggest problem with the game in terms of that is how the system is designed and how they really don't explain it to you, therefore creating frustration, which could then lead to someone feeling the need to purchase microtransactions in order to get the loot crates. So that is very crappy. That is poor design on their part. That almost feels like it's a not poor design, that it was done on purpose in order to facilitate that particular outcome, to which case, no EA, bad EA, you suck. But a lot of people out there were really mad, and you know what? It had an impact. It really had an impact, and I did not see this coming. So this is a little bit of me and mea culpa, by the way. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I will admit, I didn't think there was going to be much of a response from EA on this one. Oh, I was wrong, and I will fully admit that. So it says here that just before Star Wars Battlefront 2's release, EA drops microtransactions for now, which is true. So we won't go through the updates there, but it says all in-game purchases for Battlefront 2 are now removed, with all progression now exclusively tied to gameplay. EA is bringing back microtransactions at a later date, but not until the studio has time to make unspecified changes to the game. More details on the changes will come later as DICE considers more feedback and date. One possibility is that Battlefront 2's microtransactions will return as cosmetic only, as in the case with Overwatch, but that's just speculation, which I don't think that's going to happen. I know people might want just the cosmetic part of it, and that could actually work for EA's end goal, but given the way that the star card system is, I don't necessarily see it happening unless they completely overhaul the system to include cosmetic upgrades and have that tied to microtransactions. It'd be a nice play. I don't know. I can't say one way or the other. I was wrong about this essentially, so I'm not going to try to say that something is going to happen. So as it stands, all Battlefront DLC maps will be free, though there's no word as of yet about it today if the announcement changes anything. The removal of the game's microtransactions comes just hours before Battlefront 2 is due to launch everywhere, November 17th, but it's been available if you bought the deluxe edition. So there is an update here from it themselves, from Oscar Gabrielson, the general manager of DICE, and he says here, "Thank you to everyone in our community for being the passionate fans that you are. Our goal has always been to create the best possible game for all of you, devoted Star Wars fans and game players alike. We also have an ongoing commitment to constantly listen, tune, and evolve the experience as it grows. You've seen this with both the major adjustments and polish, and we have made over the past several weeks. But as we approach the worldwide launch, it's clear that many of you feel there are still challenges in the design. We've heard the concerns about potentially giving players an unfair advantage, and we've heard that this is overshadowing an otherwise great game. This was never our intention. Sorry we didn't get this right. We hear you loud and clear, so we're turning off all in-game purchases. We will now spend more time listening, adjusting, balancing, and tuning. This means that the option to purchase crystals in the game is now offline, and all progression will be earned through gameplay. The ability to purchase crystals in-game will become available at a later date, only after we've made changes to the game. We'll share more details with you as we work through this. We've created the game that is built on your input and will continue to evolve and grow. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is 3 times the size of the previous game, bringing to life a brand new Star Wars story, space battles, epic multiplayer experiences across all 3 Star Wars eras, with more free content to come. We want you to enjoy it, so please keep your thoughts coming, and we'll keep you updated on our progress." And look, those words sound good. All right, the at a later date is what's causing some people out there to freak out, and I get that, right? Why trust them? Why trust them? I understand that. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back and fix it. I don't know if it's going to go to cosmetic. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's been a huge awakening. And if you want to say, like, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, I would say that this, when it comes to microtransactions, is probably what did it. We know that the Belgian government is looking into this in terms of possibly being gambling. I still don't view it as gambling. You don't get it. You're not guaranteed something when you gamble. But again, we can have a difference of opinion on that one. But that being said, there's also like petitions out there right now for people or for the ESRB to classify loot boxes as gambling. But that, again, is an ongoing debate that has crossed many, many, many different games. But this one, I think, really pushed it over the edge. We even have this petition right here, by the way, where they're asking that Lucasfilm revoke EA Star Wars license. I'm not... It's got 7,000 signatures so far, saying here that EA has had the Star Wars video game license for the past 4 years, and in that time they've proven to consumers that they honestly don't care about the gameplay experience or content. They'd rather rush out a game that will try to milk as much money out of consumers as possible. I don't think Battlefront 2 was rushed. I don't think it was rushed. The game actually is relatively polished. It is a lot of fun to play. The gameplay is tight. The rest of it, though, has some issues. This, by the way, this goes on. I'm not reading all this for you guys. It goes on for a while. But it's definitely something to consider, as much as, you know, fans are angry about this, right? It's not going to have the 700,000 dislikes on the comment on Reddit that, like I chalked up before, a lot of that is just a snowball effect of those situations. But it definitely helped them cave to the issue. Now, another thing that really helped this whole situation out, by the way, and this I, again, didn't really see coming, didn't really think much about it, didn't think it would matter too much, but oh man, you guys did it. EA caved mostly in part because Wall Street is freaking out over this. As we see here, investors are now worried that the controversy over Electronic Arts' Star Wars Battlefront 2 in-game monetization model will hurt the game's sales. The escalation of EA concessions over the past month are a potential negative indicator of pre-order sale trends and overall unit confidence. This is coming from Bank of America Merrill Lynch analyst Justin Post. And then also, EA stock is down 7% month to date Thursday compared with S&P's 500s, whatever the fuck that is. Who cares? The point is their stock is down. Their investors are freaked out, and Wall Street is looking at that as, oh man, this is bad. The biggest game of the 2017 holiday season is finding itself in absolute, utter freaking turmoil. And that, my friends, is where we are. So microtransactions will come back at some point in time. We don't know when. Probably after the first couple big updates, probably a couple months down the road after the release of Star Wars episode 8. You can pretty much tell at this point too that Lucasfilm chimed in and was like, you need to fix this right now. We have the movie coming. It's gonna do $2 billion at the box office. Pre-order sales are going through the roof on this thing. We don't need this to hurt the brand. We don't need this to make things worse. And that's pretty much also probably a contributing factor here. So you have the fan outrage, which, you know, again, I was wrong about. You know, it was a very poorly designed system that was pushing you to purchase stuff, which no good, no bueno. Completely agree. And then you've got the fan outrage. You've got the stock price falling, and now EA caves. Whether or not it's going to end up being a benefit to the game, I have no idea. Whether or not they're going to end up bringing it back cosmetically, I have no idea. All we can do now is just sit and wait. But the question I have to you is, do you think that this is enough? Are you going to purchase the game? Are you going to dive in now that this victory has been won? Now, keep in mind, it's simply a battle. It's not the war, but it's a pretty big win for that particular situation. And so are you guys going to jump in to reward EA for caving, or are you going to hold off in hopes that you starve them out to change their policies completely? The comments on this one are going to be a lot of fun, so definitely write them down below. I look forward to reading all of the comments simply saying, I told you so. Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.